Good afternoon. I'm Raylene Ramsey. This is your afternoon news fix for Monday, the 4th of May. Financial Markets Authority Chair Craig Stobo has resigned after an independent review into his conduct. It found he voiced too many political views as someone in an apolitical public sector role and didn't meet the expected standards of political neutrality. Here's senior political reporter Azaria Howell.
The review found Craig Stobo made political comments in the media, and his public submission on the Treaty Principles Bill appeared to contradict the authority's Māori strategy. Commerce and Consumer Affairs Minister Cameron Brewer says his resignation's appropriate, and this will protect confidence in the FMA.
12 ships steaming towards New Zealand are helping swell our fuel stocks as of Wednesday last week. Jet fuel's risen markedly to give us 58.7 days landed or en route. That's a rise of 9.6 days worth. Diesel's at 52.7, up 6.6. Petrol has dipped by 0.2 days to 52.6. Reassurance we shouldn't worry about our budget airlines as a US carrier shuts down. Spirit Airlines filed for bankruptcy in 2024 and 2025 and is now winding down operations and has cancelled all flights after failing in a bid for a government bailout to manage rising jet fuel prices. Aviation commentator Irene King says New Zealand Airlines aren't at risk of shutting down, but should still be watching cash flow.
We might be dealing with fuel prices changing every 5 to 6 days, and that's a real problem.
A warning for customers of a Wellington deli and diner after a third measles case. It's linked to an earlier infection at Newtown's Mediterranean Foods Trattoria in Delhi. The latest case visited on April 19 between 5:30 and 8:30 p.m. Hospitality NZ says it broadly supports proposed changes to worker leave entitlements. The Employment Leave Bill aims to make it easier to pay workers and introduces pro-rata calculations of sick and annual leave. Full and part-time employees are all entitled to 10 days sick leave. But under the new system, part-timers would only accrue sick leave for hours worked. Hospitality NZ Chief Executive Christy Phillips says it strikes the right balance.
Pro-rata of sick leave, that's something that our members have been calling for a number of years.
Police have seized property, vehicles and cash after a crackdown on drugs and money laundering in Gisborne. Investigations kicked off when more than 550,000 Australian dollars were found in a traveller's belongings at the border last year. Joey Dwyer reports.
The money was likely linked to criminal activity in Australia and reinvested in property in New Zealand. One person's been charged. Authorities seized a house, 5 vehicles, bank funds and about $42,000 in cash after searching a Mangapapa address last week. Investigations continue.
To sport, the Crusaders will have to face the Blues in another Crunch Super Rugby derby without Will Jordan. The All Blacks fullback has missed the side's last 4 games with a calf injury. The Warriors will avoid coming up against Broncos centre Kartoni Stags when they return to action next weekend that is, in NRL's Magic Round. Stags has accepted an early guilty plea and a 2-game ban for a high shot on the Roosters' Hugo Savala. Shane Van Gisbergen has finished in 17th in his latest NASCAR race against Texas Motor Speedway. That is your latest news fix. We'll be back with the next update tomorrow morning from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.